first let me tell you that strength is of two types. So I just put it briefly. One is called Atma Bal and the other is called Anna Bal. Atma Bal means strength from inside. Antar Bal, strength from within. And the other is called strength from when you eat all food, you know. Anna Bal. This body gets big and strong like that. And the two types of strength, they are totally different. Because even a big elephant, they say, is afraid of a mouse. You know that? No matter how big he is and all that kind of thing, he is afraid of a little mouse. So when we think about Sita Maya, we think, when we think about Sita Maya, we think only about what we call as Antar Bal or Atma Bal. We don't think about outer strength, this Anna Bal and all that kind of thing. You know, in the history of Bharat, there was a very small little man. His name was Mahatma Gandhi ji. You know that? And he was duble patle like this. At one point, he was not even weighing 100 pounds. But he had so much of bulk, so much of power, so much of strength, isn't it? The British people used to beat him and all, he used to fall down and get up and go again. So that is called Atma Bal, strength from within itself. That we have to try to develop. And Sita Maya displays that type of bal in this Ramcharitamanas. In the Balkan, in the Ayodhya Kand, there is one place now you don't have in front of you. I will just chant for you. See. When you get opportunities to chant Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, please don't miss. You see, all of us have what they call it. You know how you have a bank account, you go and putting money in your bank account. All of us have also karma account. Our karma account is called Sanchita Karma. What is it called? Sanchita Karma. And every time we do any karma, it goes into an account. And in the bank, if you put money, you will get money. Right? And if you put mothballs, you will get mothballs, but you get money or what? No. So whatever you put there, is that what you get from it. So now when I chant the Chappai Swami Ramayana and all, there's an opportunity for you to chant Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Not so easy. And it goes into that karma account. What goes in, only that will come out. Don't miss the opportunity to put some good karma into that account. One more thing about that, you know. This Ramcharitamanas says, Karma pradhana visva kari rakha. Jo jasa kari so tas phalu chaka. Means to say, as we sow, so we reap. And karma is non-transferable. You can't transfer one person's karma to another person. Each person has to go through his own karma. Karma jo karai, Tulsidari says, that person will have to receive that result. You can't put somebody in your place. You may do that in other things, but you can't put somebody in your place to receive your karma. So now, if I put the good karma there, I will get it. Nobody else will get it. Otherwise, sometimes you think, I'll pray for you. Just like I can eat for you, I also cannot pray for you. You have to do that praying. I may show you how to pray and teach you how to pray and guide you how to pray, but eventually you will have to pray. Correct? Right. So in the same way now, if you want good things to come to you in your life, then you have to put good karma in that account. Alright? So now see, in between of the chants Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, it's a great opportunity, don't miss. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Main Sukumari Naam उचित तप मोह कहूँ भोगू श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम deciding now, Bhagavan Sri Ram has decided, I am going to the forest because my father has given his word. And in this Raghukula, we have to keep our word. It's a very, very powerful teaching for all of us. Satyam eva jayate, the one who keeps true to his word, he only will become victorious, he only will become successful in life. So Bhagavan Ram decided to upkeep this very ancient virtue, value, like that. So I am going to go to the forest. You see. Then, now, the boon which Kaikeyi requested was for Ram to go to the forest. She did not request Sita should go to forest, Lakshmana should go to forest. She did not request any such thing. Bhagavan Ram only should go to forest. Now, Sita Maya should not is his wife. So what she'll do? So Bhagavan Ram, he told, you better stay in this palace and you take care of mother-in-law and wait here and I will be back soon. Not 14 years and not soon. He told like that. So Bhagavan's request is, you stay. You know, Dasharathji, all of you know that story. Dasharathji Maharaj sent that Sumantra's minister, you go and leave him. Not leave him, he told. You go there, make a round in the forest and all and bring him back. So when he gets there to the forest, he told, and Sumantra, Dasharathji Maharaj told me to just take you here in the forest and bring you back. So Bhagavan Ram said, no, I have to stay here for 14 years in this forest. So you go back. Sumantra doesn't want to go back. He doesn't want to go back to the palace. He wants to stay with Bhagavan Ram. And then how he faces Dasharathji Maharaj when he goes there. So Lakshmana looks at Bhagavan Ram that time in the forest. Prabhu, you see your devotee? You told this Sumantra, your devotees are like this. You told Sumantra, go back, he doesn't want to go. You told Keva to come, he doesn't want to come. So you tell one to go, he doesn't want to go. You tell one to come, he doesn't want to come. Bhagavan told to Lakshmana, it is you and Sita who started that. I told both of you to stay in the ashram palace, and none of you stayed. You started this and you call everybody like that now.
So anyway, now she has to, this is in the palace now, and before they're going, she has to think, oh, now he'll go. And this is a very important point in the beginning. Yeah? She tells, listen to the words, मैं सुकुमारी नाथ बन जोगू तुम उचित तप मो कहू भोगू. You are telling me that it is fit for you to go to the forest and you do tapas, and I will stay in the palace and I will enjoy palatial life. That thing is not a proper thing. Well, how come you are fit to go to the forest and do tapas, and I am fit to stay in the palace and enjoy all these palatial comforts? In this portion of the Ramcharitmanas in the beginning here, we see for the first time in the Treta Yuga, the wife standing up, standing up, standing out, and claiming her space and claiming her right to, right means you can go to do tapas, I also have a right to go and do tapas. Oh, why are you denying me the right to go and do tapas? In fact, it is very important for all Hindus to learn to stand up and claim space, claim right, claim the privileges that everybody else has. For too long, Hindu people have been very docile and dormant and like just lying there, and everybody just walk over us and do what they want, say what they want, make any claims about us. And in today's world, the internet has become one of the most lethal weapons in this regard. So on the internet and on social media and everywhere, they say all sorts of things about us, and we don't stand up for we don't stand up and claim our space, and we don't stand up and claim our right like everybody else. So Sita Maya is doing, and that requires strength or not? That requires strength. We have to learn to stand up, and the campaign from the other side is very strong. Very, very strong campaign. So, if we just sit by, and that's sitting by tamas, don't let that tamas parade itself as sattva. It usually parades itself as, no, I'm calm, peaceful fellow, you know. I'm peaceful, I don't want to make any jagara, no, I don't want to make any trouble. So I remain calm and peaceful. That actually tamas. So we should not allow that kind of thing to happen. And the campaign from the other side, because more weapons have been added now, from the other side the campaign is very strong campaign. So we have to stand, see, look here, let me tell you this thing. We belong to the most ancient tradition on the earth, correct? We also are the natural inheritors of the only philosophical tradition which has the potential of saving the earth. There is no tradition which has the potential of saving the earth, because what they teach on the other side is just to loot and plunder and take over and oppress and by force you convert and kill even if you have to do. Correct or not? So that is what is being taught on the other side. So, and we teach what? Adivaya, you have a right to exist, I have a right to exist, everybody has a right to exist equally. Isn't it? So if my expression is as a Hindu, I have a right to express like that. What they tell on the other side, if this fellow does not want to convert, we kill him. He has to convert. And somehow we have, and they have come up with many wonderful techniques and all that kind of thing. So this first point I want to make in this Sri Ramcharitmanas is demonstrated now
by Sita Maya herself. What is called standing up. We have to learn to do this, huh? Amazing thing how we just allow, and I don't think, don't want telling anybody, no, I'm a sattvic person, you know. The world has come, you see, I tell you one of the reasons for this. Sanatana Dharma was formed such a long time ago when these things were not present. These things were not present. Now you just tell me. Suppose back in the old days that, snakes were not venomous. So if a snake is passing by, you say, okay, I'll move, let this fellow. Let him pass. But somewhere along the line, the snake became venomous. So now when he's passing, what you do? You can't, you pat him on the head, you not take head, So, Sanatana Dharma was there at that time, and there was nobody who was coming to try to tell you anything, or trouble you, or convert you, or this, or that was not present. But then when it came along, but you can't say, okay, what will do? We have no choice. These fellows are coming, they are doing like this, and we sit back in that trance. No. So Sita Maya did not sit there, and she made a very strong case, a very, very strong and compelling case to Bhagavan Sri Ram that I also should go to the forest. And what is better place? You are going to do tapas. See, Bhagavan is fulfilling one of the role here as one of the limbs or angas of dharma. Dharma has these 4 limbs are there. Satya, Tapa, Daya, Dana. Satya means truth. So Dasharatha Maharaj had given his word to Kaikeyi, so they have to hold to that word, holding to truth. Satya. Then Bhagavan Ram will go to the forest and he will do tapas, austerities, deny himself certain things, like that. So tapa is fulfilled. Then the kingdom will be given to Bharat. Then the last Daya, Kaikeyi had so much of compassion for this mantra. Compassion. Daya. So Kaikeyi is claiming now all the 4 limbs of dharma, they are fulfilled. But that also has some sort of delusion in it. Huh? What is that? Dharma is such that the satya and the tapa has to be done by me. The satya tapa, I have to hold the truth and I have to do the tapas. Then the daya and dan is for others. Daya means compassion for others, and dan means the giving to others. So Kaikeyi is parading now as well, I am fulfilling all the roles of dharma there, but really she is not doing tapa. And she is not holding the truth. Dasharatha Maharaj has to hold the truth. And again, the dan is given to her only because she wanted my son to be the kingdom. But anyway, the tapas will be done by Bhagavan Sri Ram. And Sita Maya not alone. You are going to fulfill one of the anga of dharma, which is to do tapas, and you are denying me, who is dharma sahacharini. Dharma sahacharini means the one who accompanies the husband in his path of dharma. So she strikes at that thing. Oh, so you go do tapa, मैं सुकुमारी नाथ बन जोगु, तुम्हें उचित तप मोह कहु भोगु. Oh, is it uchit means it's good for you to go and do tapas, but you are denying me the opportunity to be your partner in the very next line, the very next topic I said, when Bhagavan heard this argument, Guru, please come with me, like that. But if she had not stood up, she would not have gotten an opportunity to even uphold dharma. And it's not that Bhagavan doesn't know this.
Bhagavan Sri Ram knows this. In fact, Bhagavan Sri Ram knows everything. He just, the same Lord who crossed with one footstep the whole earth, he goes to beg from Kevat for his boat to cross his little Ganga. He doesn't know what. He knows. He is just giving Kevat an opportunity to do some seva so that Kevat will be able to get some blessings from that, some punya. You see? That is all. And he does that for everybody. So it is not that the Lord doesn't know that it is uchit, it is better for Sita Maya to come. But he gives an opportunity now for Sita Maya to stand up, to claim her space, claim her rights, claim her privilege, and all of that, and so become an example for all of us. So like that, we have to learn to stand up and claim our space and claim our rights and all of that kind of thing. Huh? First he told her to stay, she should stay home. Then he told after that, okay, after she claimed, and there's one more symbolism and all of that. In this world is like that. Rarely when anybody stands up to claim his right, claim his space, claim his privilege, that time the world also works in their favor. And for the one who sits there, Udyamena Siddhanti Kalyani Namarorthegi, it says in the Bhashata. But the sitting and just waiting, Nahi Suprasya Simhasya, the lion sits there, open his mouth and thinks, now that deer will come in my mouth and I will eat. He's thinking like that. Any deer will come? What tiger will die? He'll die. So we cannot just sit like that also and think, oh, somebody else will do it. Somebody will stand up for us. Let them stand up. When they pass some bill in the Congress, that will help us. We are waiting for them to pass some bill. We have a habit of doing that. Huh? So I loved this demonstration by Sita Maya there. I will tell him I am going. Huh? Right. So this is that strength all of us should now start developing inside of us. Huh? When we have to stand up, we stand up. And we don't sit back and that is pure tamas, I told you. And scripture says we have to move from tamas to rajas to sattva. Like that. You know our situation today? It's an amazing thing. The modern civilization and capitalism and industrialization and all of the education system, everything is doing like this. Now, please pay attention to this. Huh? The scriptures tell, the Karika and all tells, that we have to move from tamas to rajas to sattva. Just like life proceeds. Like for example, that baby is totally ignorant, doesn't know anything, doesn't do anything of it. Whole day, life one way. Right? That we are born that tamasic mood. Because tamas is ignorance, we don't know a single thing. I don't know these people are my parents also. They tell, so I believe. Right? So we are born tamasic. Then, slowly, we start moving, creeping, walking, this, and we get into that rajasic mode. We still don't know very less. And so, there are sanskars and so many things and all of that, and all of those sanskars are meant to, really get us what you call rites of passage. Rites of passage. We move from one stage to the other stage, and we start going to school and playing sports, and we get into that rajasic mode, and then we learn more and more about ourselves. When we cross the age of 8, we're supposed to go to Gurukul and stuff. Now all the tamas is supposed to go away. But Balasava Krida Satya, when we can walk and start playing, that is rajas. So from the tamas we move to rajas. And then when we get into the education system, then more and more we try to drive away the tamas and get more and more knowledge and sattva. So naturally also this is a progression of human being. And then the scripture tells also that I am supposed to move like that. From tamas to rajas to sattva. And then go around Sita, go beyond all these 3 gunas also. But if I don't follow this procedure, I will not be able. Now see, what is our present state? Tell me if this is not what is going on in this country, what is going on in the whole world. We use whatever little bit of sattva we have. This is what this species is doing today. Using whatever little bit of sattva we have to try to figure out and decipher and to try to outdo intellectually the Prakriti and the nature and the whole of the universe, and put the universe and robots and AI and everything to work for us. So we're using the sattva to get the Prakriti to work for me, the work in us. And then what I will do, tamas is nothing. I will sit and do nothing. I will retire and go to Acapulco and lie down on the beach. So what is our goal? Our goal, tamas. So we are using the little sattva to get the world working, and what I will do, straight up to tamas. There's nothing for me to do. I retired at 35. There's people's goal or not? These are all people come. Everybody wish they can retire at 35. So the whole, see, I make this investment and that investment and put things in place and all this sattva. And let them work. And then I will do nothing. This is an amazing thing. So, we are supposed to be moving this way as a species. We are moving that way. So now, from our stupa, from our tamas, from our lethargy, from our slumber, we have to wake up. We have to go this way. And that thing is being demonstrated very nicely by Sita, because the wives of the time, because of so many situations and all that kind of thing, this is what they do. Okay, the husband said like, okay, what to do? But she really became a great example for all of humanity. Right now, you all know she goes to the forest, and her strength and her resilience and resoluteness and all of that is being demonstrated all along the way. And in tapas requires inner strength. It has nothing to do with the size of the body and how strong you are and how much weight you can lift and all of that. Tapas requires inner strength. So now, foot to foot with Bhagavan Sri Ram, Tulsidas she described, she goes there and all whatever Bhagavan Ram is eating, she's eating. Where he's sleeping on the floor, she's also sleeping on the floor. And you notice in the Ayodhya Kand, when Dashiratha Maharaj hears that she is going, he tells her, Sita is going? I can't believe it. She is afraid even to see the picture of a monkey. What to talk about a real monkey? Now, to be able to face your fears, to face your fears and to move ahead for something higher, for something greater, that requires strength or not? Where I will see monkeys and I will be scared, but I still do it. Correct? That requires strength. And very clearly those words are there. So, actually, this is one of the biggest hurdles of all human beings. Man, woman, child, everybody. It is many times our fears, they keep us back from doing so many things. We become weak before our fears. So it's a very wonderful thing she demonstrates there also. Yes, I'm afraid of seeing a picture of a monkey even, what to talk about a real monkey. And when I go to the forest, there will be many monkeys there. Right? But this is an interesting thing also. And this is demonstrated when she saw Hanumanji with him. She heard Hanumanji's first telling Ram Katha from the top of that tree. Ashok, the tree. He tells the whole Ram Katha. And she, Sunatahi Sita, to Sita she writes in the Sundakan there. When she heard that Ram Katha, she got so happy hearing Ram Katha. So the joy came to her heart from hearing the story of Bhagwan Ram. And then when Hanumanji comes down, because she said, who is telling this katha? Please show yourself. He comes down and she sees a monkey, and she sank. She sank to there again. And then when he explains, oh, now that same fear of monkeys which she had from before, because she persisted, that same monkey became her pet. Ashtasiddhi Navnitike Data Asabardina Janaki Mata. She blessed him so profusely. So, when we stand up to face the fears, eventually the same thing that we are afraid of will become our pet only. Like that. But the standing up has to be done by who? Yes. I have to stand like you please stand up for me. I have to stand up. I have to demonstrate that type of strength. You see? So she is teaching us every step of the. Let me just check this time. 10:56. What time I have to stop? 11:15. 11:15? No, the greatest strength. When we start talking about Atma Bal, right? There is something in human beings, and only in human species is possible, that is called moral strength. And moral strength in a person develops when he is able to stand up for what we call as the virtue. Stand up means when he is able to take a resolution, and the resolve and the resoluteness of Sita Maya is unmatched. When he is able to take a resolve, this value or this virtue I am going to follow, come hell or high sea. You kill me also, I will not relinquish this value or this virtue. That type of resoluteness we have to have. Huh? Now see, she has taken a vow, and she has taken, and she has loyalty, and she has allegiance and love for Bhagavan Sri Ram. And now I want to show you in this Sundarkand. I'll just tell you these few verses. Now see this. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Jai Ram Sar Ram. with all his wives. Ravana had so many wives. Tulsidas doesn't give the number, but he gives the in other places there's such a big number also. And Mandodari is there also. He comes with all his wives and he tells to Sita Maya, now see this, if you just give me one look, you just look at me, then I will make all of these wives your servants. All of these wives who are here, they will become your servants. And now Sita Maya, she takes a blade of grass and she puts it there. So in the tradition, a paradise of them, but she's in Ashoka, she's imprisoned, kidnapped and imprisoned there. There's no paradise, no good. So she puts a blade of grass, symbolic of that person, and she looks at the blade of grass and she tells Ravan. Which Ravan? The Ravan who had Indra and all Navagraha and all his devatas, they were standing in his court like this. He had the devatas captive. That powerful Ravan who sent his son to capture Indra also, Indrajit. So that Ravan had all the devatas standing in his court like this, all of them waiting for sign from Ravan. And Ravan disrespected them so much, he will not tell, hey, this devata, you go do that. He will do like this. So it's disrespect he had for them. He had them captured in such state. That most powerful Ravan, who the devatas also feared, and they feared him so much that they went to Bhagavan to Prabhu, you have to come and do something, this Ravan, we can't pay him anymore. That Ravan, Sita Maya tells now, Hare, where are you? This is how words here. Where are you? And where is my Prabhu Sri Ram? You are like a little firefly, and my Prabhu Sri Ram like the sun. No matter how many fireflies light up their fire in the night, their lights in the night, they cannot send away the darkness, correct? And my Prabhu Sri Ram is like the sun. One sun arises, one Surya Bhagavan arises, and the whole universe, whole world becomes bright. So where are you? You're like a Jugnu. Jugnu is the word in Hindi for firefly. My Prabhu Sri Ram is Surya Bhagavan, is like Surya Bhagavan, and you're like a Jugnu. She gives Ravan such an insult. And there's one more thing about Hindu people. We always feel, no, we have to be goody, nice, and too goody to shoe. That we have to be nice, otherwise how we look. We go on thinking how we will look. But I tell you, the Prakriti is such, and the words are given here, Samala, Bheda, words, all of them they're coming here. Sometimes you have to use Sama, sometimes you have to use Dan, sometimes you have to use, like, stronger and stronger methods. So, we keep on feeling that every time we have to be so nice, but she's demonstrating. She gives him such an insult, and that thing strikes the heart of Ravan so much that he pulls out his sword to kill her there and then. The reply to Ravan was so strong that Ravan got so angry he pulled out his sword to kill her. Mandodari steps in and tells, no, you should not do this. But it means to say the reply was so strong. And that time, that thing, many times, we feel, no. How can we tell them, How can we do like that? But this thing is there in our Shastras. This thing is there. And you come with such a ridiculous proposition, but a ridiculous proposition deserves a strong reply. Correct or not? Wait, you're living in a utopian world or what? Which world are we living in? We are living in this world, isn't it? Somebody comes there and they beat you up in your own house and you tell them, no, Gandhi, she told me I should turn you up to beat me on this side also. This is not what Sanatana Dharma teaches. incarnation, they all had some weapon, correct or not? And so now she is demonstrating this thing also. You cannot just sit down there and let walk over you like a doormat. So she gives him such an insulting reply. When I first read this thing, when I first read it long ago, I thought, we have to stand up and be bold also and give the proper reply. And that same time when I read it, somebody came to the house. People, they keep Bibles under their arm and they come. They came to the house and they said, sir, do you have a minute? This was the sentence, exact word. And what is my reply? No, I don't have a minute. Because what is their aim? Yes. They and see, you have not thought about it. You have not thought about it. But their aim is to convert you just said. But you have not thought what has gone behind that thought. Behind that thought is you're a pagan. Behind that thought is you're going to hell. Behind that thought is you don't know anything about God. Behind that thought is whatever your beliefs and your tradition and your shastras and all that is bekar. All of it is useless. It's false. Now, do you believe your shastras are false?
No.
But all that is behind that one thought to convert you. So that requires a fitting reply also. No, I don't have it. You have to also be very bold. And Sita Maya is teaching all of these things, but nobody follows. Now I'm telling you, since we are talking about Sita's strength, this is really coming from a strong adherence to a moral principle. I have a husband, his name is Bhagavan Ram. And why you come with this most ridiculous proposal and all that kind of thing to me? And everybody has to have this thing. Man, woman, and child. Strong adherence to a moral principle. So she demonstrates it very nicely also. And we say, under different circumstances, different places and all that kind of thing, we have to give the reply that is required under those circumstances and at that time. Not just to take everything there, like a doormat just lying back like that. Now, I told you, the reply was so strong that Ravan himself got so heated. Sita! He shouts. Hey, Mama Krita Pamana, you have insulted me. This type of line, you can't sing, Sing me when you sing. In Chinmaya Mission, we have adopted some things and all that kind of thing, but it doesn't get the power of the Shastras. See, Bhagavan Shri Krishna is telling to Arjuna, let me demonstrate. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is telling to Arjuna there, Kudasma Kashmalavidam Krishna Samupasthitam. Tempo Krishna Paramapa. This is Bhagavan told. From whence has this unmanliness come to you? You cast it off and you rise up. Bhagavan told. Chinmaya Mission? Kudasma Kashmalavidam Vishame Samupasthitam. Oh, that tone, catch it, that tone. There are two different things. Now, when you sing it and all these things, it doesn't come so good. Ravan shouts at her. You have insulted me. I'll cut off your head. And you know what is the reply? So wonderful. Now the fitting reply. I think we have to end with this because my time is coming. she tells, my Prabhu Sri Ram has big, powerful arms and carries that, bow and a Kolandaram and all of that. She brings that to her mind. And I tell you, Ravan, my Prabhu Sri Ram, his arms may have me, or your sword may have me. Let that sword put on my head, but you will not have me. Like that. Very powerful reply to that Ravan. And Ravan now, when he gets this forceful reply from Sita Maya, and Mandodari already stepped in there. He said, okay, now he has to come up with a second plan, but plan B, no. Because his reply is very strong. Plan B, okay, I am giving you 1 month. I am giving you 1 month. If you do not accede to my request, then I will kill you. Like that. And he goes away with that. I mean, that is the way to console himself, really. And he goes, and then he tells all these Rakshasas over there, you torment Sita Maya. Now she is there captive, as captive in Ravana's Ashok Vatika. And Hanumanji's first vision of Sita Maya, Krishna Tanushe, she's a dark, a baby, her body lean and skinny, she's not eating. She hasn't eaten. And the jata on her head is a sign of asceticism, sign of upavas, fasting, all of that. On her head. And even though haven't eaten, and body's lean, skinny, lost weight, and all of that, still she is able to give Ravan the strongest reply and stand up to such one who had oppressed the whole earth. Ravan had oppressed every single class of being. This earth and all the kinnaras and devatas and everybody also. He had oppressed everywhere. And she is able to stand up in spite of Krishna, his frail body, haven't eaten and all that. So the idea again in Sanatana Dharma is this thing. We are not talking about Anna Bala, we are talking about Atma Bala. That thing is important. And this is what she demonstrates to all of us. Now this thing could go on and on and on like that. There's so much left there. But I hope you get the message of what we are talking about. And it's being demonstrated by Sita Maya